Oh hi there, I've just picked out a couple of cards for the month of September, so happy September. We're getting into more of a stronger phase now, I guess. September has that feel, doesn't it? I think no matter what age you are, it feels like you're going back to school. So in September, it's like, right, I've got to get organised. I sometimes think summer makes us not lazy because there's things to do, but it just can't be bothered. Just want to sit out in the sun. Why not? Have a glass of wine, sit out in the sun, or walk by the beach, or have a barbecue, or it just kind of slows the pace down. Makes everyone a bit more happier in the UK. We need to have the sun all year round because the winter's bloody miserable. Anyway, so we're into September. So the first card I picked out around us is the Ten of Swords. So when I looked at the energy of the Ten of Swords, I thought, okay, what is this? And I think this is about now changing the way you do things, cutting out things that are no longer good for you, be it a thought, be it a person, be it something you eat, the way you do something, the way you speak, whatever it is, it's time to really cut out something. So it's time to be honest with yourself really now, actually. No more burying your head in the sand. What do I need to change and what do I need to bring in? Also as well, I say this card, ignore other people. Don't let other people doubting Thomases. Focus on you, focus on where you're going, and focus on kind of what you believe in. Don't get caught up in the negative of things, because this is a time to be productive, to be strong, but also to be really positive about your path as well. It's time. It feels like it's time for the old to go and the new to come in around you as well. So be honest. You've got to be honest. There's something very much about right into the core of the solar plexus. Getting into that energy. What makes me happy? Am I just staying with someone because it's comfortable and I can't be on my own? You're not being happy. Your body's not breathing. Your energy's not breathing. You're not breathing. You're just kind of wasting your life, wasting your time. Or if there's a job you really hate. No, I can understand you can't change things overnight, but this is a time to really stand in your power and ask yourself, regardless, not connecting to any negative emotional anger or frustration, just stand there and ask yourself, is this a time for me to really, really put me first? And the card's saying yes it is, and it's a time to move forward, and it's a time to start to cut the old out, really. It might be confidence, it's a hard thing. It might be, I want to go and do this, but I literally have no idea how I'm going to get there. But just make small steps, even if it is believing in something. So I want you to really, really cut out the old way of thinking. If you've been waiting for a house to sell, if you've been waiting for something to come in, if you've been waiting and it hasn't, this is the time to really mindful, see the sun there. All of those of you that really believe that things are going to come for you will get some results. All those that get really caught up in the negative are really, really going to find actually that, they just get more drained by life, you know what I mean? And just caught up in that real kind of like negative cycle. I have to say though, actually, when I look at this card, I am very much drawn to people in your life. So see who's around you, uplifts you, inspires you. Are you always doing stuff for other people and getting nothing back? Now it's time to stop that. No matter who it is. So someone around you, oh yeah, that's alright, they're family members so they can talk to me like crap. No, it's time to cut that out really, actually. But basically, it's time for you to be honest with yourself now. And throw in the bin and throw it out, things that no longer work for you. But the other card around you I picked is quite interesting. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a really good time for business, a really good time for your work, really good time to be mindful of your work, of your path. I guess also the nine could be people going back to study, people going back to kind of sort of like, looking for work. This is a really, really good time to get out there really and strut your funky stuff. The Nine of Pentacles is to me a very strong card for work, for business, you know. And no matter what you're doing, no matter what role you're doing, or what role you want to get, or what you're training to do, good time for put energy in it. You know, this can bring in some good results. So I think with the Ten of Swords, with those two together, it might ask you about your working life. Am I fulfilled? Am I happy in my work? If the answer is yes, brilliant. Some of you might have some extra kind of training coming. Some of you might just need to step out there in the spotlight and say, here I am. Some of you might have to knock on new doors. Some of you might have had a goal or dream for a long time, and this is the time to go for it as well. Don't let fear or anything put you off now, really. Actually, a good time to make those connections. Right place, right time. You don't know who you're speaking to. What I would say to you is, when I say that, I mean you don't know, you know, if you're self-employed or something, you might be speaking to, have a conversation with someone, and they might be looking for what you offer, you know, or, you know, what I was going to say to you as well, I get this really kind of feeling of look out for signs. If you think of changing something, and all you see is signs for this change, or you know, you hear a conversation and it's like, that conversation sounds like it's for me, you know. Say for instance, if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to where are we going to, say London, I'm going to visit London, and you don't get around to do it, and everywhere you look is London, then you're walking down the road, you hear someone saying, I'm off to London. You know, it's the universe telling you to do these things. So really be open-minded. This is a strong time, but I have to say it's a strong time to really cut out the old, you know, the old way of doing things, and bring in the new. The Nine of Pentacles wants you to really be the best you can, and it's really good for your work, your abundance, your money. But remember also with this card that you know, the more you believe in yourself, better you'll find happiness arrives. But yeah, I just feel also, you know, also as well actually, you know, if you work in an office and you work with 10 people and 7 people you love and the others you can't stand, then just shrug off it, just try to ignore it, you know. It's very difficult, but I think sometimes with like the Ten of Pentacles, what you want to do is ignore the negative, you know. So switch off from it, just ignore it. Imagine it's not there. Imagine there's a mirror or there's a wall in between you, you know, and whoever is making you feel negative. Don't let anyone put you down this month. Don't let anyone stop you, but go for it. Go for it. You know, to me it feels like it's, you know, it's like the new year. I don't know why, but it feels as if this is an important time to make your mark, you know. And I think if you throw in the hard work, put in the energy, believe, trust, changes will come. Throw out the old and embrace the new. Now listen, it might be like a good time to declutter, to get rid of rubbish, you know. Don't hold on to, oh, that's a pretty cup, I got given to me like 30 years ago, you know, and I've never ever used it, you know. It's got like a little crap in it, you know. Don't get caught up in that, you know. Good time to free the energy and free your mind and free your spirit. This is a really, really prosperous time. So I think also it's a very deep time. So all of you that are ready to stride forward and think, right, okay, summer's over, I'm going to go for it, you're going to get some good results as well. Hard work, dedication and focus is definitely needed for September. But I also feel there's a romantic energy in the air, and there's something nice on the horizon for you. So all you single people, get out and about and mingle, because actually I think there might be someone on the horizon for you. All I would say to you is, if your energy is calling out being desperate, being needy, being vulnerable, being you might just attract the same energy. So make sure that as you clear your energy, just, you know, it's right to feel lonely, it's right to feel sad, but you need to be kind of happy in yourself. So you know, this is a good time for love. But if you're desperate, you're going to be desperate, and then the next minute you'll be caught up in a relationship and think, why the hell did I do that? If you're desperate to change your job, you know, you'll roll into a role that is you're desperate, have the same feeling. So relax with it. Say, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what I believe is coming in. Work on kind of the belief of it. Relax with it, but just, I know it's coming in. I know I'm going to get a new job. I know I'm going to meet this lovely partner. You know, I know my money's going to improve. You know, and hold on to that. And it's easy said than done, I know. And we all struggle with these things that we crave and we desire, but we have to believe in the magic of it. So if you wobble, look on YouTube or something about like law of attraction and belief in, you know, and having faith and trust, but just relax with it. Write down what you desire and let the universe bring it to you. Because this is a really positive time as well, actually. And all you that want to start, all you people out there that wants to start do something at work, business, good time. You know, thinking of self-employment or building at work, good time. This is a very prosperous time, but it definitely tells you to think out the box and step out your comfort zone. Oh my god, that horrible comfort zone that we think is comfortable, but actually it's not. But anyway, and you know, and I think it's, you know, it's only, okay, we're in September now, we're going to autumn time. Oh, that is winter. But I feel the energy of the cards, you know, they could just flow. So maybe it's time to get practical, good time to really get fit, good time to get healthy, good time to start a new job, good time to start a new business, good time to start a new study, good time to always to be open-minded, you know. There's no good time for that. We always have to be open-minded. But remember that don't let anyone put you off. Anyway, that's my September, and enjoy the lovely month of September. And I feel that it's a good time for the reds and the oranges and the yellow colours to come out. So have these colours around you. He says he's wearing black, and have them around you and wear them and embrace them and get some flowers, because these are really uplifting and inspiring and creative colours, you know. As the dark nights come in, get brighter, no more hidden away actually. So this is a really good time. I do get short trips, a bit more travel. Whether a lot of you travelling, talk about a trip. You know, it might be travel movement and stuff like that. Ten of Swords, be careful out on your roads if you're driving. Don't go, you know, sometimes you can whiz up a road, because I've done it 100 times, but it only takes someone coming down the road quicker than you, crash, bang, wallop, you know. So make sure you go slow. This is time to be mindful of your driving, whether you're in a car, bike, you know, on a pair of roller skates, whatever it is, skateboard, you know, or just walking. Just be mindful, kind of, sort of like, of where you are going. You know, definitely I'm drawn to the car. So keep your eyes on the road, slow it down, and don't go crazy. You know, and don't do anything silly. And I'm also drawn to eating melon for some reason. It's got melon. So anyway, everyone have some melon. And on that mad note, I will say happy September.